With more than 600,000 members in Maine, more and more Mainers are realizing the benefits of becoming part of the Maine Credit Union family.
A credit union is not-for-profit. Credit unions answer to their members. Other financial institutions usually answer to a select number of stockholders. And that's a significant difference in philosophy and a significant difference in the way things are focused.
Credit unions are owned by its members, so it's a cooperative where people bring together their deposits, so you're lending money to your neighbors or your co-workers. We can offer lower interest rates on loans or higher dividends on accounts. Typically we have a lot lower fees, so a credit union can save members quite a bit of money.
In fact, credit unions have helped members save more than $73 million in Maine each year. There are 66 credit unions in the state with more than 200 locations. More than half the population of Maine is a member of a credit union. And John Paradise says there is literally a credit union for everyone.
People used to think a credit union, I have to work at whatever employer that credit union is based out of, or I have to live in a 2-block radius of the credit union. That's simply not the case anymore. Credit unions usually have eligibility requirements. Some of those are based on where they work, but for the most part it's based on where they worship, live. We're proud to say that there is a credit union literally for everyone in the state of Maine to join, and in most cases there are multiple credit unions to join.
Credit unions boast many services, including online banking, credit cards, mortgages, and business loans. And if you think that a local credit union stands alone, think again.
One of our major services that's pretty exclusive to credit unions is that we do have what we call a shared branching network. A majority of credit unions belong to the shared branching network. And what that is where all the credit unions come together. So you may be a member of one credit union in Lewiston, for example, and you work in Portland. You can go into a different credit union's office and do your business just like you would if you were in your hometown using that credit union. And that's nationwide. If you were traveling, many times members live in Maine during the summertime and they winter down south, they can still use their credit union when they're not in their hometown.
Credit unions pride themselves on convenience, and if hitting one of their more than 4,000 locations nationwide isn't convenient enough, they offer online and mobile banking and have one of the largest surcharge-free ATM networks in the state.
And credit unions are certainly on the cutting edge and adopting new technology that their members want. Technology brings it all together, but you still have that great service.
When it comes to loans, you can trust Maine's credit unions.
Credit unions were not involved in the subprime market that you've heard so much about over the last couple of years. Credit unions have responsible lending practices in place. We'll work with members to make a loan that fits what they're looking for and what they can afford. I've heard of a credit union that gave a member who needed $30 to get their driver's license renewed, and they just didn't have it at that particular time. They were waiting for a paycheck to come in, and the credit union, made them that loan at not only no benefit to the credit union, but probably at a loss. But that's what credit unions exist for, to help others.
As part of being local, Maine's credit unions are most proud of their contribution to the community. They offer financial fitness fairs to educate high school students and often fundraise to help meet local needs. The biggest of these campaigns is the Campaign to End Maine Hunger. To date, they have raised more than $3.5 million to help end hunger in Maine. It's something that inspires Maine's First Lady, Karen Baldacci, year after year.
Government can only do so much, and then the private sector can step up, and between the two, hopefully serve the need. And the credit union have been a leader in this area in hunger in Maine. You could ask any of those members of the credit union, you could see it on their faces. We all want to do something to make a difference. And they all know in their own communities what they give. They can see it. It's feeding hungry people. So how much more can you get back than saying, yes, I've made a difference? Not only the feel-good factor, but know that you're feeding families that truly need it on a daily basis in Maine.
We're very proud to be part of the financial sector here in the state of Maine, and very proud of the great job that credit unions do and the support that we receive from members. Credit unions are supported at a very strong level by consumers here in the state, and I think that's a reflection of the great job they do.
It was great at the event, too, to see the credit unions cheering each other on and seeing that there was this level of competition. They wanted to see who would have the most amount of money raised. But at the same time, they were really supportive of each other.
It's the credit union philosophy of cooperation. They realize that they're their own individual institution, but at the end of the day, we're part of one bigger system, and that's the Maine Credit Union system. The credit union members and credit union staff should be very pleased with their ability to help others, because it's their generosity that makes the campaign what it is.
For more information on Maine Credit Unions, log on to mainecreditunions.org. There's a link on myfoxmaine.com.